All right, we're gonna talk about my 2 cents. We're gonna talk about the end of the NBA's one and done rule. If you're not familiar with the one and done rule, basically it's where the high school kids go to college for 1 year and then they claim for the draft. They go to the draft.
Oh, that's great, because before you didn't even have to do that. You could come straight from high school, right?
Right, but
like LeBron came straight from high school, right?
A lot of these kids their bodies wasn't developing, or they was making millions of dollars, and like they wasn't.
Well, if they get hurt in
it.
that first couple years and they never finish their degree, like what are they going to do now? Then they'll be jacked up. So I think that was a good idea. So what are they doing now?
So basically what's going on, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver and the NBA Players Association Executive Director Michelle Roberts are just discussing different scenarios about how they're going to do it. We talked about this when you went away the first time about the NCAA scandal that's going on. The FBI investigating the NCAA basically for paying the kids and stuff. Yeah. So they're saying with that going on, because a lot of the schools, probably because they're not going to be in the tournament coming soon, that
but
they're
didn't somebody say that they were going to start another league that was going to pay the kids?
Yeah, LeVar Ball said that. And I mean, he's still in the works with it. It's something that it's going to take a couple years. He can't just start, like, it's a whole science to it that he got to take care of first. But the reason why they're going over this rule, because from last year's NBA draft to this year's NBA draft, there's a 30% increase. There's a record of 236 early entry candidates, 181 being current NCAA players and 81 being international. Now, the dope thing about college basketball that they don't do with college football, if you don't get drafted, you have the option to go back to college and develop your game till you get to a point where you are drafted. So if you want to leave and then come back and you don't get drafted for like 2 years, you come to your senior year. So that's a good thing. But it'll be beneficial for the NBA and the G League, because the G League has been having like an influx of prospects, and they can't afford to put all those players, on one team. So I mean, I like it. What you feel about it, J Black?
I think it'll be good. I mean, first off, the kids, they getting their degrees. They going to school, so I mean, they got something to fall back on, because the injury can kill everything. Yeah. I really don't think the NBA should like, if a kid want to go from out of high school, should let them go out of high school, because the 1 year, that don't really make sense to me. You going for 1 year, and if you mentally know you leaving after the 1 year, you gonna,
because in the first year,
I think they just do it for the experience.
But that's the same thing. What's the dude from Philly? Ben Simmons. He was just, I don't think he was going to class or nothing. He knew he was leaving, and it's just like, it's really wasting time. It's wasting their time. I think, if anything, they should do like I guess like a red shirt thing in the NBA, just like with Ben Simmons. Like, he didn't play his first year, but you on the bench and all that. I don't know. I don't think I don't think they should be required to go to college.
Because some of them guys know they're not that academically smart. Like, I know with Brandon Jennings, he didn't pass his SAT or something, and then because he committed to Arizona, and then he ended up going across seas because he didn't pass his SAT, and he played over there 1 year. He still was a lottery pick. So a lot of them guys, it's just, I think the reason why they did that, because they wanted to be like, look, just go to college, experience college for a year, see if you like it. If you don't like it, then you got the option to go.
I don't like it, because I know I'm about to go play basketball. So no, I don't like it. That's what I would say.
For the NCAA to implement paying these players, it's gonna make it to where they're gonna have to pay them, because if it's an influx, if it's nowhere for these players to go, all right, get these people an incentive for being in college. So I think it's probably gonna lead to, and then especially with all the scandal going on, they're gonna have to start paying these players.
I worked with a guy that went to Kentucky, and he went there like when like Cousins was there, like all them guys was there, and like basically he was telling me about with the Kentucky players specifically, the reason why a lot of them don't get in trouble, or you don't hear about them getting in trouble, so to speak, because they don't stay on campus. They actually have like their own building that they have to stay in, and they have a strict rule that they have to go by. Like, they have their own personal shelf. If they need, like shoes and stuff, they have all of that taken care of for their players,
and they have keep them out of a situation. They put out a lot of great players.
Yeah, a lot of them. And he was even telling me about the recruiting tactic. He was like, the difference between Calipari and a lot of the other coaches is that when Calipari come to your house, he'll say, look, I want you to come to my program, but I don't need you to come to my program. We're going to win regardless. But if you want to come win, You want to come get you a shot at a championship, you can come in for a year and you can take your ass on. You know what I mean? And I think that's the thing too, like with a lot of these colleges, instead of like, you know what I mean, like trying to win these guys over, like, hey, you know, here goes some shoes or here goes some, like, talk to these kids.
No, why don't you pay them?
Yeah, of course. I mean, of course. Like, that's something that we have actually discussed, and that's the reason why the NCAA going through what they're going through, not only in the football side of things, but the basketball side of things. But you have to be understanding, too. You have sports like lacrosse and soccer, not soccer, I'm going to say lacrosse and, like, volleyball and stuff like that, that's not as popular or as lucrative as the NCAA tournament. And the thing is, if you start playing the football players and the basketball players, you have to have some type of structure where it's even all across the board. So that's really what the issue is.
But the football players, I don't know. I think the basketball players, because there's fewer of them, right? I think that they should probably just get paid anyway. I mean, look at what they do to try to court these players. You know what I mean? They do so much. When my cousin was playing basketball in college, I just saw the whole process of what they were going through to try to get him to come to, like, Baylor and all these people. They pay for you and your family. They come out. And these coaches make millions of dollars.
I agree, but I think with the basketball players, they have more of an option than football. At least with the basketball players, if they get out of high school, they have the option to go across seas for a couple of years and develop their game. Football, they can't do that. It's either you go to college or you just stop playing.
Damn.
That's just really what it is. But I think it's a dope thing that the NBA is revisiting that. But like I said, it's not something that's going to be implemented until 2020. So
that just made me think about something. Somebody that I see people post all the time, Brother Plies. You know, Brother Plies gets on Instagram and starts preaching. And he was saying, like, enough rappers and ballers and stuff like that. Like, we need more black politicians, more black lawyers, more black doctors. Like, you know, I think that when give the kids a chance. Like, you might think, okay, I want to play basketball, but you might spark some more interest if you go to college and learn something, you know.
But they need role models. That's the thing. If we put role models, like we put doctors and lawyers out here like we did rappers and
if we stop holding up entertainers on a pedestal, you know what I mean, and get people that we want entertainers, we don't want leaders. That's the impression I get. We give more attention to entertainers and then we try to make them become leaders. Like, nah, I didn't come here for that. I came here to sing and dance and I'm out. I didn't come here to try to influence you and make you live like me. But that's what I mean. Our minds, like, our minds have to get stronger just as a country, period. Like, we are so easily influenced to me till it's ridiculous. And when we talk about our next segment about what's going on with housing, y'all are going to see we really have some work that we got to do.
Make sure y'all like the Facebook page, Innovative Black Station, as well as
Connecting the Dots. Yeah, because we usually put stuff in there. And also subscribe to YouTube and innovativeblackstation.com and also the Twitter page and also livehiphopdaily.tv and Live Hip Hop Daily.
That's what you on too, right?
Yes.
What's your Hip Hoppington?
Hip Hoppington is on Live Hip Hop Daily, and Hip Hoppington is on Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff.